If there's one movie that defines pure, unapologetic 1980s energy, it's Top Gun. This isn't just a film, it's an experience. It didn't just soar into theaters, it blasted off the runway and flew straight into pop culture history. With Tom Cruise at the controls, aviator shades reflecting the sunset, and jets roaring across the screen, it became the ultimate adrenaline rush, disguised as a story about courage, loss, and self-discovery. At first glance, Top Gun seems like a macho, high-flying action flick about Navy pilots competing to be the best of the best at the elite Top Gun school. But beneath the shiny helmets and rock anthems, there's something deeper going on. Cruise's character, Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell, is more than just a hotshot pilot. He's a symbol of the American spirit in overdrive. Confident, rebellious, and haunted by the shadow of his father's legacy, Maverick isn't just fighting enemy planes. He's fighting his own doubts, trying to prove he deserves to be up there in the skies.
You think your name's going to be on that plaque?
Yes, sir.
The film's energy comes from its relentless mix of action, emotion, and style. Tony Scott turned the sky into a playground, jets slicing through the clouds like silver bullets, the sunlight glinting off canopies, and engines roaring with thunder. The dogfights weren't just exciting, they were art in motion. In the pre-CGI era, these scenes were shot with real aircraft, and that authenticity is still jaw-dropping today. When you see Maverick pull a high G turn, you feel it in your gut.
Come on, man, do some of that pilot shit!
But Top Gun isn't all speed and swagger. It hits hard emotionally, too, especially through Maverick's friendship with his radar intercept officer, Nick Goose Bradshaw.
She's lost that love and feeling.
She's like... No, she hasn't.
Yes, she
She
has.
has not lost that look.
Goose, she's lost it.
Matt, come on.
I hate it when she does that.
Their bond is the movie's heart. Funny, loyal, and heartbreakingly human. When tragedy strikes, Maverick's invincible confidence shatters, and suddenly the story turns inward. For all its action, Top Gun is really about a young man learning how to face fear, grief, and responsibility without losing the fire that makes him who he is. And then there's the style. Every frame looks like a music video. Golden sunsets, leather jackets, and those famous aviator sunglasses. It's cinematic swagger at its peak. The volleyball scene alone became the stuff of legend, capturing the raw charisma of its cast and the film's obsession with competition and camaraderie. It's sweaty, over the top, and completely unforgettable. The soundtrack deserves its own medal. Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone is basically the movie distilled into 4 minutes of pure hype, while Berlin's Take My Breath Away gave it a romantic, dreamy side. These songs didn't just accompany the movie, they became the movie. You can't hear Danger Zone without picturing jets launching off carriers in slow motion. Top Gun also had a massive real-world impact. Navy recruitment skyrocketed after its release as young audiences suddenly saw fighter pilots as rock stars. The film sold not just tickets, but an image, a blend of patriotism, rebellion, and coolness that defined the decade. When Top Gun Maverick arrived decades later in 2022, it proved that the magic hadn't faded. Seeing Cruise return as an older, wiser Maverick brought everything full circle. It reminded audiences that the desire to fly higher, push limits, and challenge yourself never really goes away. Ultimately, Top Gun is more than just a blockbuster. It's a time capsule of attitude, energy, and heart. It's about risk-taking, friendship, and what it means to chase greatness even when it scares you. Whether you're drawn to the roaring jets, the 80s nostalgia, or the emotional ride, Top Gun will always have one simple message. Don't lose your edge. Don't stop flying. Because, as Maverick would say,
I feel the need for speed.